Hello, Abby Trash here, and this is my first official video on my channel. Hooray! Now, if you couldn't already tell, today I will be ranking all of the Mystic Messenger routes based on how much I like them. Now, a little disclaimer before we start, these are just my personal opinions. I'm not trying to persuade you or anything. I'm not trying to tell you what to like. These are just my personal opinions that I would like to share. Now, that being said, on with the video. Now, V's route is number 7 on my list, and you may be wondering, why is it only number 7? Well, that is because I don't really like V as a character, so by extension, I don't like his route. Brings up the question of why I don't like V. I don't like him because he's always falling for Rika, like, he's always falling into her traps and her schemes, and her toxicity. Then, to top it all off, they make you have to forgive Rika in his after ending in order to obtain the good ending. That should not be happening. V, she stabbed you in the back both literally and metaphorically. Like, you should not forgive her. She doesn't need forgiveness. She needs help. If she doesn't want you to help her, then don't help her. That's not going to benefit either of you. It's like, just leave it alone. I should probably stop myself before I continue ranting about V for this entire video. Yeah, V's route, number 7. Okay, just so you know, you are done hearing me say I didn't like a route, because the only route I really didn't like was V, so you can stop typing away your hate comments calling me a fake fan, okay? We're done. Okay, so number 6 and number 5 are actually a tie, so I'm gonna put them together. Number 6 and number 5 are Zen and Yusung. Now, let's start off with Zen. I really like Zen as a character, like, just the narcissistic personality, yet he's also caring. I really like that, except I feel like he didn't need as much help as the other characters. Same goes for Yusung. Like, he had an upbeat, cheery personality, and except most time playing games, and thus didn't really have a life. So what he needed help with was getting a life. And with Zen and Yusung's characters, I feel like they didn't necessarily need you to help them. Especially with Yusung, because in 7's route, Jumin helps Yusung get a life by calling his mom over. Like, so it sort of makes me feel less special with them, knowing that anyone else could have done that. And then with Zen, well, Zen had Jaehee caring about him, so, you know, there's that. And yeah, not really much else to say about Zen and Yusung. So they are number 6 and number 5 on my list. Okay, so we have now arrived at the midpoint of the list, and number 4 is Jaehee. Now, I just really love Jaehee, like, she's just so kind and supportive. And she's just your standard office worker, except she's also a huge fangirl, and I just love that so much. Now, as much as I love Jaehee, she's only number 4 on my list, because her route is based more on friendship than it is love, so that's kind of a downside for me. And also, I feel like they just made Jumin unnecessarily mean in her route. Like, he is just, like, excessively trying to make her life difficult, and I cannot like that. So yeah, Jaehee is Baehee, and I love her, but she will not love me back, and that is why she is number 4 on my list. Alright, we're coming close to the end. Top 3, here we go. So, my number 3 favorite route is 7's. Now, you're probably wondering why 7's route isn't higher on the list. And that is mainly because of his after ending. His after ending left a very bittersweet taste in my mouth, except it was very more bitter than sweet. Like, I just feel like all the characters in his after ending deserved so much better. Like, Seiren, he deserved so much better. Like, he deserved a better redemption arc. I feel like his redemption was kind of rushed, and I feel like he wasn't really happy in the end, which I don't really like. And then there's the fact that V friggin' died, so there's that. It's like, Jumin loses his best friend, Seiren basically lost his life. And then the whole thing with Rika was just like, like, honestly, the only reason 7's route made it this high up onto the list is because the story is so good. Like, just the plot. Mwah. Chef's kiss. So good. Sure, it was very sad, but it had a great plot. The only complaint I really had about the plot was that I feel like you, the MC, weren't in it enough. Like, you only show up at the end to, like, take a picture, and it's like, that's it. It's like, you're with him. You should be helping him through this. But yeah, still really like it, and it is number 3 on my list. Alright, so we only have 2 more routes left to rank, and the number 2 spot goes to Ray. Yep, you heard me right. Ray is higher than 7 on my list. Well, you probably already knew that because he wasn't in any of the previous spots, but anyways. Ray, I just love his route so much. Like, I was just talking about how he deserved better in 7's route. This is like that, but it gives you so much more. Like, he actually gets a personality. He gets an after ending of his own. Like, I haven't even gotten the good ending on his after ending yet, but I like it so much better than 7's. Because you are actually in it. You get to help him through his problems. And I love it. Siren is like the sweetest person. And just the whole thing in his route with that Rika traumatized him so much, his personality split into 2. Just like, I love that trope so much. I honestly cannot say enough good things about Ray / Siren. So I am going to stop myself here before I continue ranting for forever. So yeah, my boy Siren is number 2. Alright, the time is finally here. We are now about to find out what my number 1 favorite route in Mystic Messenger is. Now you probably already deduced this by process of elimination, but anyways. My favorite Mystic Messenger route is Jumin Han's. Now, Jumin's route is my favorite because honestly, I just love the story of it so much. And like, I get that you could be on 7's route helping him, but no one really gets a bad ending in his route. Like, no one gets the short end of the stick. Everyone is somewhat happy with their lives. And honestly, I really like that, because you kinda get to make everyone happy. I know that's impossible, but it's somewhat possible in Jumin's route, and that is why I like it so much. Although, also, I do really love Jumin's character. He reminds me a lot of myself, not in the sense that I'm rich, because I am most definitely not rich. He reminds me of myself in the sense that we both have a hard time recognizing our emotions and understanding other people's emotions. And we both always think we're doing the right thing, like we always try to do our best. We're just like, I just love him so much. Like, he reminds me of myself, but we're 2 completely different people. It's like, we have different backgrounds, but I still feel that we have some similarity, and that is why I love him so much. Honestly, I do probably have some bias for his route being my favorite since he is my favorite character, but my number 1 spot is Jumin. Alright, congratulations on making it to the end of my list. So let me know what your favorite routes are, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, because I would love to hear your opinions. And I hope you enjoyed hearing mine. So, that is all for this video. Bye for now.